Alright, Shalom, Shalom, Israel. Before I start this lesson, I'm going to give all honor, glory, and praise to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushua, Ba'ashem Rakakudash. I'm the brother Tazim Akamath, coming from the Camp Prophets in Babylon, here in Tampa, Florida. I want to give double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone that teach this truth and we will. Peace and salutations to the hopeful elect that scatter abroad. And what we're going to go in today, from a post from Inside History. It says a global all-out nuclear war between the U.S. and Russia with over 4,100 kiloton nuclear warheads will lead to a global famine and the extinction of the human race. It says together U.S., Russia, U.K., China, France, Israel, India, Pakistan, and North Korea currently have an estimated total of over 12,000 nukes. Okay? And what this video is portraying is what it would look like if the U.S. and Russia, shot at each other, man. And really, that just goes into how the time that we're entering now, because you see how Russia is building a super team. They got the Africa, they got Iran, okay, they got all these countries with them, North Korea, all right, but the U.S. has NATO, okay, but now something's gonna happen where the scriptures say the beast shall hate the whore, okay. So we have the video and I'm gonna play it, and we're gonna grab some scriptures to add on to the lesson.
When one side launches nuclear missiles, the other side detects them and fires back before impact. U.S. submarine-launched ballistic missiles from west of Norway start striking Russia after about 10 minutes, and Russian ones from north of Canada start hitting the U.S. a few minutes later. The very first strikes are high-altitude EMP attacks, frying electronics and power grids by creating an electromagnetic pulse of tens of thousands of volts per meter. The next strikes target command and control, as well as nuclear launch facilities. Land-based intercontinental ballistic missiles take about half an hour to arrive. Each impact creates a fireball about as hot as the core of the sun, followed by a radioactive mushroom cloud. These intense explosions vaporize people nearby and cause fires and blindness further away. The fireball expansion then causes a blast wave that damages buildings, crushing nearby ones. The United Kingdom and France have nuclear capabilities and are obliged by NATO's Article 5 to defend the US. So Russia hits them too. Firestorms engulf many cities. The Hiroshima atomic bomb caused such a firestorm, but today's hydrogen bombs are much more powerful. A large city like Moscow, with almost 50 times more people, can create much more smoke.
Alright, so we're going to go into this lesson. And first, let's start with the book of Isaiah. Book of Isaiah, chapter 9. In verse 5, it says, "For every battle of the warrior is with a confused noise, and garments rolled in blood." Alright, and that's how the war was fought back in the day. Alright, when you see a movie like 300, alright, it was a very up-close battle. Alright, you got garments rolled in blood, you got swords and spears. It was an up-close encounter battle. But now it says, "But this shall be with burning and fuel of fire." So now the new weapon, the new way of how people are gonna fight is with nukes, okay, missiles, fuel of fire, destruction, man. All right, and this is how the Lord is gonna wipe out, especially America, with this instrument of war, okay, because this is all leading up to this, man. All right, and the people, they're not. See, America with its pride, they don't see this country being destroyed. Okay, but we want this country to be destroyed to 100%. Okay, let's go to the book of, I believe, Isaiah 56. I believe it is. Let me see. Let's see. Let me look it up. Yeah. All right, Isaiah 54 and 16. Right, and this is the Lord. You know, um, we're just gonna read it. It says, "Behold, I have created the smith that bloweth the coals in the fire." Now, a smith is a weapon maker. Okay. Now, the modern day smith will be your scientist, and really is your Germans. All right, which in the Bible they call teamen. Okay, because what World War II was fought, and that's really what it was about. Hey, let me get your top scientist. Let me get this. Let me get that. Let me get your top scientist. So, all right, so they can make these atom bombs, and the atom bombs ultimately led up to these nukes. That's why you have the movie Oppenheimer, which was the Oppenheimer was the man that really it really and made the first atom bomb. All right, which was a teammate, a German. Okay, and you see how that went. And in a preview of the movie, a quote he says, "I have created something that could destroy worlds." Listen to that, man. I have created something that can destroy worlds. So when you read this, Isaiah 54 and 16, it says, "Behold, I have created the smith that bloweth the coals in the fire, and that bringeth forth an instrument for his work. And I have created the waster to destroy." And what's one thing that could destroy? You know, a whole city, whole bunch of people, okay, is nuclear missiles. So let's go to Zechariah 14 and 12. Now it says, "And this shall be the plague wherewith Yahweh will smite all the people that fought against Jerusalem." All right. Scriptures say, there's no nation that have not gotten for spoil. Okay. So guess what? This plague that the Lord is bringing is nukes. All right. It is a plague, a final plague the Lord is bringing. Right. It says, "Their flesh shall consume away while they stand upon their feet." All right. What do you know that could do that? All right. When you watch the movie The Terminator with Sarah Connor, all right, her flesh was literally destroyed while she's holding on to the fence. It says, "And their eyes shall consume away in their holes, and their tongue shall consume away in their mouth." So literally everything in their body while they're standing is melted away. Remember, this heat blast is coming super quick. Literally everything that's in this path is melted away, destroyed, mingled by fire. Okay? So you see that, man. This is what we're bringing, man. The Lord is bringing fear upon you people. Okay? Fear. Okay? You should be afraid of this, man. You don't want to be in that fire, man. You do not want to be in that fire. See, our people are very ignorant. They don't want to get right. They don't want to know. They don't want to seek the Lord. And guess what? When that fire comes, when that alarm comes, okay, you're gonna be afraid. Let's go to Jeremiah, the 50th chapter. Let's go to let's start at verse 23. It says, "How is the hammer of the whole earth cut asunder and broken?" Okay, because America was a hammer of the earth. When they dropped Hiroshima and Nagasaki on Japan, bro, they were literally a hammer of the earth, like powerhouse, top team, all star. You can't fuck with me. Okay? That literally set the tone of the world. You fuck with me, I'm dropping bombs on you. Okay? And making a desolation of lands. That's how America was coming. Okay, but now America's getting weak, and is becoming that top dog. You see their alliance with everybody, and that's all prophecy in the Bible, okay? Because the Lord is putting the pruning hooks in Russia's mouth to bring them back to that old way that how they were. Now it says, how is the hammer of the whole earth cut asunder and broken? How was Babylon became a desolation among the nations? All right, everybody's gonna see America as a desolate place, a deserted land. Okay, with 200 million nuclear missiles coming. Let's jump down to verse 25. It says, Yahweh have opened his armory and have brought forth the weapons of his indignation. All right, what's the Lord's weapons of his righteous anger? Will be nuclear missiles. All right, for this is the work of the Lord Yahweh of hosts in the land of Chaldeans. Okay, because this place, is built off witchcraft. Okay, and the Lord is going to destroy the witch, which it is, man. Let's see this. Let's get this. Bathed in heaven. It's Isaiah 34 and 5. Okay. Well, we can start up. Alright, this is Isaiah 34 and 2. It says, for the indignation of Yahweh is upon all nations, and his fury upon all their armies. Alright, because the Lord is gonna gather all these nations in the land of the valley of Jehoshaphat. Okay, which is the Lord's gonna judge them. Alright, he's gonna bring all the nations over there and judge them. Alright. And it says, he have utterly destroyed them, he have delivered them to the slaughter. Okay, and you people in the military, hey, just know they don't give a fuck about you. Alright. Once World War III pops off, MOTB is mandated, they're gonna send your ass over there to the Middle East. You ain't coming back. Alright. It says, their slain also shall be cast out, and their stink shall come up out of their carcasses, and the mountains shall be melted with their blood. And it says, and all the hosts of heaven shall be dissolved, and the heavens shall be rolled together as a scroll. Alright, and what Isaiah was seeing was a nuclear mushroom cloud. He was seeing the mushroom cloud, man. When the nukes hit, he seen the mushroom cloud come in the air. Alright, and Lord willing, we could get that scripture where the smoke ascended up forever and ever. Alright, it says, and all their hosts shall fall down, as a leaf falleth from the vine, and as a falling fig from the fig tree. Alright, so there's going to be a lot of boom, boom, boom. You're going to hear a lot of, this shit is going to be crazy. The earth is going to be shaking. Alright, now it says, for my sword shall be bathed in heaven. Alright, the Lord's sword, as we said, is the nukes. And how's the Lord's sword going to be bathed in heaven? Because the ICBMs, which stands for Intercontinental Ballistic Missile, it's actually going to be bathed in heaven. Actually, it's going to go into the atmosphere, okay, the atmosphere, and it's going to be, hit its destination and come back down. Let's see if I could probably get you a clip on it. Let's see. Alright, and this is what's happening. Alright. Which was an EMP. But this is how the Lord's going to bathe his sword in heaven. This is Modern Warfare 2. Hey man, at least put the stuff in the movies, games, shows, however it may be.
Dagger 2-1, this is Overlord. Do you copy? Over. Dagger 2-1, this is Overlord. How copy? Over.
Take this and stay down! Waste down! Reload and cover me!
Sat 1.
This is how the Lord is going to bathe his word in heaven. Watch.
This is ISS Control. Houston's requesting a feed from your helmet cam, over. They want you to look over towards the dark side of the Earth. Should be cresting the horizon about 15 degrees east of the starboard PV arrays. Sat 1, rotate your view a little. There it is. We're getting your feed, Sat 1. Come in, Houston. Are you getting this?
Copy that, ISS. Video feed from Sat-1 is clear. Sat-1, keep tracking the bogey. We're looking into it. Stand by.
Houston, we're not scheduled for any satellite launches today, are we?
ISS Houston, stand by. We may have a problem here.
Houston, this is ISS Control.
And that's the way the Lord bathed his word in heaven. But really, that was the EMP. Imagine a nuke. You're going to see millions and millions of them coming out. Alright, it says, behold, it shall come down upon Idumea and upon the people of my curse to judgment, which the Lord cursed the nation of Esau, okay, with leprosy, okay, and that's all started from Cain, alright, and Idumea, which is a Greek word saying Edom, okay, so let's get this one scripture, let's get this scripture, I believe Revelation 18. Let me see. Actually, let's get Revelation 16. Is it 16? Let me see. Slovakia. Let me see if I can find the scripture. Revelation 9, that's what it was. Revelation 9. So let's go to Revelation 9. Alright, and this is what Apostle John was saying. Alright, so let's see. Alright, so this Revelation 9 and 15. It says, and the four angels were loose, which were prepared for an hour, and a day, and a month, and a year for to slay the third part of men. Alright, so there's going to be a certain day, hour, time, year, that Esau is going to be destroyed. Okay, when this destruction is going to come. The third part of men is the sons of the wicked. Right, you got the sons of God, which will be the Israelites, the son of men, which will be the heathen, and the sons of the wicked. Alright, which is Esau, Edom. They're the third part of men. All right, and it says, "And the number of the army of the horsemen were 200,000, and I heard the number of them, which is 200 million." Horse goes and represents power. So when Apostle John was seeing, he's seeing 200 million nukes. All right, it says, "And thus I saw the horses in the vision, and them that sat on them, having breastplates of fire and of jacinth and brimstone, and the heads of the horses were as heads of lions." All right, when you see something breaking into the atmosphere, all right, as it was bathed in heaven, as it breaks into the atmosphere, it's going to have that fire around it. All right, it's like a lion's mane. Okay, and it says, "And out of their mouths issue fire and smoke and brimstone." Okay, and out of them silos, you're going to see fire and smoke coming out. All right, as it's shooting up, you're going to see fire and smoke just issuing. It says, "By these three was a third part of men killed. Esau is destroyed by the fire and by the smoke and by the brimstone which issue out of their mouths. For their power is in their mouth, which is the warhead, and in their tails, for the tails were like unto serpents, and had heads, and with them they do hurt." All right. Now let me see if I can find this scripture. Let's see. I believe Revelation 14. All right, this is Revelation 14. We can start verse 9. It says, "And the third angel followed them, saying with a loud voice, If any man worship the beast in his image, and receive his charagma in his forehead or in his hand, the same shall drink of the wine of the wrath of the Most High, which is poured out without mixture into the cup of his indignation," which we said, the righteous anger, right? So the man worships the beast in his image. The beast is the Roman system. The image is the New World Order, which they want to put the RFID CHIP inside of you. Okay, that's the mark that this scripture is talking about. Okay, when you read Revelation 13, it tells you that. And it says, "And he shall be tormented with fire and brimstone in the presence of the holy angels and in the presence of the Lamb." So it's going to be the angels, us, and Yahushua. All right, the hopeful elect, as I could say. The holy angels, the hopeful elect, and the Lamb. Okay, so hey, we're gonna stand on that chariot and see the destruction of America. All right, Lord willing, we beat up that elect, man. Say that humbly, Lord willing, man, because we never know. Okay, we just gotta stay humble and meek and do what the Lord commanded us to do. Verse 11, it says, "And the smoke of their torment ascended up forever and ever." Okay, so when you think about like the Twin Towers, the smoke ascended up for an ever and ever for a period of time. Okay, it wasn't forever, but it was a long period of time. The same thing is going to happen to America. It says, "They have no rest day nor night, who worship the beast and his image, and whosoever received the mark of his name." All right, now I'm going to get this last scripture, and I'll close it. It's Isaiah 34. Isaiah 34 and 10. You know, as we read in, it says, "It shall not be quenched night or day. The smoke thereof shall go up forever. From generation to generation, it shall lie waste. None shall pass through it forever and ever." All right, it says, "But the cormorant and the bittern shall possess it. The owl and the raven shall dwell in it. He shall stretch out upon it the line of confusion and the stones of emptiness." All right, so when you think about it, when you're on a plane, you see things from an aerial view. You see the lines divided in America. Or when you're driving, to a different state, you say, "Welcome to Georgia, welcome to Florida, welcome to New York." You're not gonna see that. You're not gonna know where you at because this is gonna be an ultimate desert. It's gonna be home for none but desert animals. Okay, it says they shall call the nobles thereof to the kingdom, but none shall be there, and her princes shall be nothing. And thorns shall come up in her palaces, nettles and brambles in the fortress thereof, and there shall be an habitation of dragons, and a court for owls. The wild beasts of the desert shall also meet with the wild beasts of the island, and the satyr shall cry to his fellow, and the screech owl shall rest there, and to find for herself a place of rest. So this is gonna be an ultimate desert in America, man. Home for wild beasts. All right, America's gonna be a memorial of wickedness. All right, what's gonna happen? Hey, just like how Sodom and Gomorrah is a memorial, you could go over there. Hey, nothing lives over there. The same thing is gonna be America. So as you get the point, this is what's gonna happen, man. And this is what we're waiting for, so we could get into our kingdom. So with that, Lord willing, bless and edifying, we give all honor, glory, and praise to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushua, Ba'ashem Kakodash. Till next time I say Shalom.